Yo, so these are some small cheap Lego knockoffs, and these are the much bigger and more expensive knockoffs. So yeah, in this video, I spent $900 to compare them together. I'm BLOKEST, and I'll build the expensive ones. And my alter ego BROKEST will handle the cheap stuff, because he's broke. Alright, so the first set slid right into my DMs. It cost me like $7, so let's see what this tiny package has to offer. Alright, so you might be able to tell that this thing is actually a mini roller coaster, but for small balls instead of people. These spiral parts are the most satisfying. Alright, so will a minifig head work on it? I guess bro lost his head for nothing. I also want to test if we can turn this whole thing into a big water slide for minifigs. Alright, nah, so obviously it just starts leaking. Okay, so now it's big boy set time. So it's a big box, obviously. And inside is this Mold King roller coaster set. It's got 2,174 pieces, and it cost me $180. Alright, I'm gonna quickly set all the plates down, and this will be the area of the whole coaster. So then I locked in and speedrun the entire build for 4.5 hours. Alright, and just like that, this is the big coaster. So let's choose some victims and go for a ride. Oh wait, you actually gotta be bold to go on this ride. So yeah, there's the big spiral, which takes you all the way up, and then the steep drop with an action camera mounted to get mid-ride shots. This set also has some cool details like the ticket office, a barrier to stop minifigs from getting ran over, and these weird purple crystals. Okay, don't touch them, I guess. Okay, so my wooden boy has a special delivery just for us, and this one was actually just under $14. Okay, and after a few minutes there was actually a missing part, but luckily I know just where to look for a replacement. I'll put you back now. But somehow I managed to figure it out. So let's do a quick target practice to see how accurate it actually is. Yeah, minifigs stand no chance if you want to mug them with this gun. And now you're even ready to do some quick draws. Okay, but if you want to spend like $90 instead, you can afford this Rio Bricks rocket launcher. Yo, and while I build this big knockoff bazooka, you need to download War Thunder, because just like plastic bricks, the details separate the mid from the absolutely fire builds. And War Thunder's attention to detail is straight up unmatched. And it's completely free to play on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and mobile devices. We're talking over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships from 10 major nations. From 1920s biplanes that are low-key vintage aesthetic, to modern fighter jets that are absolutely sending ops to the shadow realm. And here's what's actually lit about this. War Thunder has incredibly detailed vehicles, realistic graphics, and authentic sound effects. Also, the mobile version hits different when I'm just sat around waiting for my videos to render. So get War Thunder for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or mobile. And if you use my links in the pinned comment or description, you get a massive bonus pack including multiple premium vehicles, an exclusive decoration, 100,000 silver lions, and a whole week of premium on your account. This offer slaps for new players and anyone who hasn't played in 6 months. But it's only for PC and consoles. And only for a limited time, so don't sleep on it. With over 95 million players worldwide, the battles legit get sent crazy. But speaking of sending, let's see if this knockoff bazooka can actually take down some ops, or if it's about to take this out. And you can also just pretend like you're one of the NPCs inside of a game. Alright, surprise surprise, it's a tiny box that cost me $3.85. And using my very legit and real sword, we can open it up. And then assemble it tiny brick by tiny brick. But just like that, we have the small version of a castle. They'll get close enough and it looks legit. So yeah, it's still got some details in it, but now any minifig can stand next to it and pretend to be the big gingerbread man from Shrek. So this is a more scale accurate minifig that can be the new king, but bro's entire kingdom can literally be stepped on. But right, so I decided to take a break from touching plastic all day, and instead I wanted to touch some grass at a real castle. But then walking around, I saw this box jammed into a bin. What the heck? It's a castle set. I wonder who would have put a brand new set in the bin. I swear it wasn't me, it just randomly appeared. Anyway, it says that this one comes with 2,484 pieces. So after 5 hours of pretending I'm a medieval castle bricklaying engineer, hang on, we need something better than just a green background. Okay, so now we have a proper fortress to run up a big siege on. Oh wait, they got defenses too. But it's chill, we can literally just open it from the outside. So inside they have a few wanted posters, a little food market, then a big dining table where everyone feasts. And obviously big beer barrels, which are protected by the spiky gate. And upstairs, if you get bored of shooting the big crossbows, you can simply go to sleep instead. Alright.
I hereby announce thy the new king of Knockoff Land Castle.
Hey yo, why is bro always naked? Okay, so another small package has arrived. Bro, these instructions are literally just a page. And this one costs $7.80 to buy. And as you can see, this thing is a small mech. It's got some weapons as its arms, then some beefy looking legs. Bro, why does he keep falling apart? What the heck? But he still looks like he could easily do some damage. Yo, and this is what happens if you want to splash out $150 instead. Yep, it's a massive robot called DJ Rambo Man. Honestly, I don't know who came up with that name. But anyway, the box is massive, like I can actually sit on it. Then inside, we have 5,690 pieces in total. Yeah, this one is gonna take a while. Alright, bag one, here we go. And yeah, it actually took a lot longer than I initially planned. I was literally assembling plastic bricks together for 11.5 hours. My fingertips are an actual pain. But finally, it's time to attach the limbs. And we are left with this so-called giant DJ Rambo Man. Bro is literally like 2 feet tall and feels really heavy. This is you, and this is the guy she tells you not to worry about. And obviously he has a ton of detail everywhere, and everything is movable, including his fingers. So he can literally hold the small mech. Bro, look at the size of his footprints. He also looks a lot like a transformer. So I thought to put him to the real test, we can take him to his natural habitat. Alright, let's drive around and see if he's able to survive. Yeah, bro did not survive that. Okay, so this is probably the smallest set from this video, and it only costs just over $1. Bro, look how tiny the instructions are. And after assembling the few pieces that there is, this thing is actually a little shark. And I'd low-key want to keep bro as a pet. But let's see, does he float or sink? Well, he's definitely a floater. Okay, but spend just under $50. And you get this shark set instead. And it took just under 3 hours to finish. Yo, looks like I caught a big one. He even flops about like a real fish. Also, there's some sharp
chompy chompers
at the front. Just watch your fingers, because you will chomp. Then the set also came with this cool looking stand that's got some teeth and a Cyber Shark sticker. And after attaching it, you can twist his gear to make it move. Just really, really slow. Alright, this next one is something that humans made forever now. Because yep, this is a ship, just for tiny people. With tiny features like this sail, that's literally smaller than the minifig. And this one costs $11.5 to own. Anyway, let's see if it floats. Dang, and bro thought he could discover the next new land. But this big box cost me $111.69 to buy. It's made by a company called Baka, and yep, I'm gonna unbox it inside of my bath. Okay, what the heck? The bags are literally endless. I can even literally shower with them, because there's 4,469 pieces in total. Alright, this is bag 1. Bag 5. Bag 10. Okay, now just attach some sails to it. And just like that, after spending over 8 hours building, we have this giant ship. And it really is heavy and huge. There's loads of details everywhere, like an entire below the deck area, with proper cannons that actually shoot. Then up above, there's a smaller boat. The ship's steering is at the back, along with this massive golden glass back. That's where the captain is. Wait, what? You ain't Blackbeard. This is Whitebeard. But anyway, let's take it into the wild and see if it's actually built for the sea. Alright, apparently the wind is already too strong for all of these sails, but we'll still test it without them. And yeah, I suppose bro is Titanic's long-lost cousin. But there's even anchors on the side, though I don't think it's gonna go anywhere anyway. Okay, yet another mysterious white bag. Alright, so there's a few bags, and all of them cost basically $10. And ayo, what? Why did they just put some tape on here? Okay, I literally have no idea what that is. But there's apparently 466 pieces in this little set. And just like that, we have this small Ferris wheel. There's not much room inside, but just enough for some minifig heads. Then you can use this crank to spin it, but can it go faster? Okay, yikes. I guess that's your answer right here. Okay, but can we go even faster with $75? Because this is a 1,391 piece set. So I put down all the base plates to make the floor, and in a blink of an eye, we have the finished build. Well, in reality, it actually took me like 5 hours to build it. But yeah, this is a big boy, so let's get some volunteers for this one. And using the crank at the back, we can spin it. There's a small windmill and a fountain.
Hey yo, you can't swim in that.
There's a random horse carriage. Then this is where the operator sits. But I think bro fell asleep. So let's see how fast this thing really is. Alright, so before you bounce, don't forget about War Thunder. Get it for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or mobile using the links in the description or my pinned comment. And if you're new or haven't played in 6 months, you also get that bonus pack that's literally free on PC and consoles.